Hi there, Bridget Mackay with the law offices of Bridget Mackay in Petaluma. We practice in estate planning and elder law. I'm here with Jeremy Forcier from People's Home Mortgage.
Hello, thanks for having me.
And today we're going to talk to Jeremy about first-time home buyers, some strategies in this tight market we're having. So, Jeremy,
Yes.
you're a lender.
I
So that's one of the key pieces for those families, especially young families trying to go out, buy their first home and sort of what is looking like a pretty high-end, overbidding, crazy market. I had a house in my neighborhood that went on the market for $650,000 and sold for $8 million. I mean, it just seems crazy out there.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, maybe that was an anomaly, but
or just a strategy.
Yeah, or just another
maybe
strategy.
It really it is. Obviously, it was worth $800,000 because it sold. So I mean, the number one thing tip or recommendation I would give to anyone buying a house for the first time is to sit down with a trusted mortgage lender first. I mean, usually that's an afterthought because you get emotionally excited about buying a house and what it's going to be like and all of that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, on that point, I was just thinking like it's, you know, and then there's these apps, Rocket Mortgage, you know, all those things. You really lose that interpersonal piece where someone can really look at your finances. And
well, the reality is whether it's Rocket Mortgage or any other forward-facing it's just a point of sale application. That's just to get your information. There's still people that have to do all the work. And I think that's a big misconception that we think that we can enter in stuff and you have a loan.
And the computer figures it all out.
No, it's actually not true at all.
Okay.
There's a lot of artificial intelligence that can figure out certain things, but you're always going to have to verify it with documentation. So where I always start with anyone buying a house, whether it's a first-time home buyer or second time, third time, doesn't matter, is this one question. Where do you want your monthly budget to be for your mortgage payment? No one ever talks about that up front. Everyone talks about how much do I qualify for? Well, that's subjective. Your budget is subjective to you based on your lifestyle and how you live. And so I always start there is what do you feel comfortable paying on a monthly basis? Because sometimes I can approve people to way more than what they want to pay. And that's a waste of time. It gets your hopes up. You can make a bad decision emotionally, overpay for something that, you know. So I think that's where everyone should start is simple fiscal literacy of a personal budget.
Okay.
Yeah.
So once I have my personal budget ready, you know, what are some of the things strategy-wise to go out into this market and be competitive?
Sure. So there's basically 3 different stages of pre-approval, okay? So pre-approval has been a word that almost doesn't mean anything anymore in lending. Yeah. And the reason why is because a pre-approval used to be 14 years ago. You get all of your documentation into your lender, your tax returns, your W-2s, your pay stubs, your bank statements, all your stuff, and then they review it and they say, okay, you fit the guidelines, you're qualified, here's a pre-approval letter. Well, with technology, what has happened now is that you're pre-approving people subject to information they just entered into something.
Oh, so
without
there's
verifying.
None of the hard copies.
Right, without verification, right? So, hey, you're pre-approved, subject to A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T. You know what I mean? But all anyone sees is I'm pre-approved. And so all pre-approvals are not created equal. So basically there's 3 stages in my opinion. There's pre-qualification. Okay, pre-qualification is really just you get your credit run, we get some basic information about your finances, and we see do you qualify from a credit standpoint and what you think, keyword think, what you think your income is. Most people don't know. It's true. It's a fact. like they say one thing, it never matches up with the documents that you get. Sometimes they make way more, sometimes they make way less. It's just interesting, right? So it shows you how disconnected we are in America with our finances. But it's important to know that that's step 1 is pre-qualifying, right?
Sure.
Now then we'll ask for all the documents that we'll need to substantiate that. So at my firm, in our company, we don't issue any pre-approval letters ever. Until we've verified the documents. Because that way that person truly is pre-approved.
And that's
right?
what the real estate agent will be looking for.
That's what everyone wants. I mean, is a real pre-approval. Now, we go one step further than that, is that we'll actually fully underwrite and approve your file before you go make an offer on a house.
What does that mean?
So this is what most people don't understand. I'm a salesperson, okay? So I'm in sales. Yes, I need to know how to qualify people and all of that, but I'm not the underwriter. The underwriter is the one who actually makes the decisions at all mortgage companies.
Okay.
Everywhere.
And you never really meet the underwriter.
No,
right?
the underwriter's like the Wizard of Oz, right? It's the person who's behind the curtain who makes all the decisions and the rules. So what we do is if the client will give us all of our items up front, basically it's almost like pretending that we're buying the house.
Okay, and we will send it to your underwriter.
And they will fully underwrite it and get a real legitimate approval.
Okay.
Now that's like having the Willy Wonka golden ticket. Like that's when you can make offers with no financing contingencies, even if you're getting a loan.
Mm-hmm.
You can close in 15 days or less if you want.
Okay.
You can do all kinds of stuff and have flexibility. But the number one benefit is peace of mind. Like people they underestimate because they don't know, right? Mm-hmm. That like, hey, when you get a pre-approval from 90% of other lenders, it's still going to be really stressful when you get into contract because it hasn't gone through underwriting yet.
Right. So
and they're going to ask for all kinds of stuff. And it's stressful.
Right.
I want to eliminate the stress before they're in escrow because it's stressful enough.
Or before they even make an offer,
yes,
sounds like.
It makes a big difference. So those would be my recommendations for anyone, especially first-time buyers, making offers in this market right now.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you.